No, it just be me and a couple of boys.
Yo, what's the deal, YouTube? I'm back, man. Yes, another video, man. And this one's a little unique, man. Got a Xbox 360 player in the building. He's originally Xbox 360, but came to PSI. So, yeah, we gonna tune in and tap in. I got him on the phone, man. My crew, one of the DFG original OGs in the set, man, from Davis Family Gangstas. Y'all give it up, man, for my boy Kai Bris, aka Megatron, man. Give it up for him.
Hey, man, what's going on, fam? Glad you got me on here, man.
Yo, for sure, man. Welcome, man. It's good we be able to get this in, man. Tap in with you. I know you got a lot to speak on, man, and you bringing a whole different perspective to the street gang community, man. So just first and foremost, let the people know how you got started, man.
All right, good luck. Well, first and foremost, came up on, my start was on Xbox. I came in like everybody else, hype on the fact that GTA 5 was gonna have an online. And I'm, started with my own friend group crew and everything. And what brought me to my push for the joint, I came from 3 to the PS4, but everybody started playing San Andreas. Everybody loves San Andreas. And I understand everybody got their own perspectives, you know what I mean? But I love CJ. I liked what they did with Franklin. A whole concept, he growing up, he moving on, he doing his own thing. And then I see these crews online. And we were so early, bro. We came in the game where there were so many different methods to become a multi-millionaire super quick, where we didn't really appreciate the grind for everything. It was so little. But once I fell out with that whole make-believe mafia thing, and I seen how like the families was really on the social club, like booming, like they was really having a community. And whether you don't like the whole, whether some people don't like the whole promotion of gang violence in a real life setting and all that. No, we stated up and foremost, every side, every color. It was like, bro, get it out on the game. Enjoy yourself here so you don't gotta do nothing to risk your life out there. And have fun. And I was really running. But let's be clear, I was on 360. PlayStation had a whole different community going on. It was split down the center. So everybody on Xbox felt like observers on the bench, just watching the real freaking major leagues play. And I got to see Kareem. Shout out to Kareem in the Forum 88. It was so hectic, bro. Like,
All right. So you started out, boom, you was on Xbox 360 and you was in a separate crew. So at what point did you decide, right, you was like, all right, I'm gonna just join the fans? Because I know you joined DFG, but did you have your own family set at first, or like how did that come about?
Ooh, this going to touch on so many different buttons. So I'm one of the examples of like when Track wanted to say like I was a crew hop, but I didn't crew hop from ops to ops. You feel me? I came in looking at it. Okay, I want to get like Franklin. What's Franklin's set in the game? Oh, he formed Drive Gangsters. All right. I like find where Forum is at. So I found Forum 88 crew that was starting out. It was only 13 people. I got in with them just to see what it was situated was, learn the rules and how they do their shit with this RP. And come to find out, they was really some instigators. They didn't really have a understanding of what they was going and going with. And then running around with them for a good couple of weeks, and I bumped into Kareem with the Forum Drive family. And I'm like, oh, this is what y'all doing over here? Like, yo, my guys is kind of goofy over my side. Like, and Kareem warned me. He's like, yo, it's gonna be a bad impression on you if you just jump crew to crew. Like, it's gonna be a hard earn. I'm like, look, I don't care. I'll earn my way up. So halfway through it with Kareem, I earned my points from a little PV soldier all the way back up to a lieutenant in the crew. And Kareem was going through some iffy stuff. And I started seeing that he was having communication Eclipse. I started seeing him having communication with Props, and I started seeing him having communication with you. And I'm like, hold up, let me see what they doing. And then I peeked from y'all vids to the pics. I'm like, we on 360, we barely getting it in. And all we gotta do is be on PlayStation, and we have so many more heads, so many more opportunities. But dealing with it with my side, it was just, big group, big crew group. A lot of heads, big numbers, but barely anybody ever on. Barely anybody really want to back each other up when you're online. No real communication. So I took a shot in the dark. He was like, look, you ain't got no problem with the Jones I go back as long as I stay consistent and I don't play no games. And I was like, look, I'm with it, what I gotta do. But when you gave me that okay to have that Davis Family's on my back on 360, it started a Pandora's box. I got hit with so much hate on my side, and then Kareem was getting his hate for even saying anything to the PlayStation side.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was beef, bro. And it's like, I remember this one boy named Nathan Jones. He was stirring up so much issues back then between us and different Barney sets. And I asked the question generally. I think I seen it started coming. Like, yo, who you really stand for? And they feel like you be acting like real friendly, and then you play ops real quick and you get real in your emotions. I'm like, hold up. Every time I'm getting set up and shit, it's because Nathan over here in the chat running his mouth about missions and beefing with me and going directly just give my gamer tag up. This is back when I was RS Lil Bris and all that. And then it just came out of trap mouth like, yeah, everybody going over to the new console. You stuck over there on the Xbox, and we don't really care about your Xbox booty boys. I'm like, okay. All right. And I built up at the time period when the 4 came and everybody's making a choice, I built up a good following behind me on the Xbox. And I was proud of my side on the Xbox. But it to a point where motherfuckers was like, yeah, bro, you your own man. We proud of what we got. It may not be what you doing, but we got our little piece of the pie. I'm happy. We was happy to stand there with y'all. Cool, I'm over there. When I got to the 4, shit was it was smacking. I loved it. Like, yo.
Yeah. Let me. I'm gonna cut you right there. Let me go back and touch on the Xbox side, because I know in the beginning, man, people. My vision for Davis Family Gangstas, man, was different from a lot of other fans, and I was noticing, man, like some people were like a lot of crews were limiting themselves, man. They were like, yeah, we a PS5 or PS3 or 4 only crew, and I was like, man, why would you limit yourself? My vision was to have members on both consoles, on both platforms. So for anybody, because back then Social Club was crazy with like trash talkers, man. Yeah, everybody was talking trash on Social Club. And so you would have the situations where you would start getting into it with somebody on social club, and then you find out, oh, they on a whole nother platform. So I took it as, all right, if I can find people that's willing to slide for DFG on Xbox, then, you know, then anybody can get touched type of situation. Like, hey, and it turned out to be that way for a cool minute, man. I remember, because before you, I think I had the homie Habusa was on there.
Yeah.
He was from Hawaii. And he was Xbox. He was like the Xbox commissioner. And then I remember you came around and with Miss Coco Bean, Xbox, shout out to her. And there was a couple other youngsters under you, man. I can't remember their names, bro. That's what I was trying for the longest to remember their names, bro. But all this stuff got deleted on Social Club.
It's cool. They look when they see this joint, they know they out there. They know. And everybody can change the gamer tags. It's harder. Morpheus, shout out to Morpheus. I say my gubby for my man CJ. It's so many. Kevin, you know you out there, Brody.
Yeah, shout out to them guys, man. I don't think I ever got the opportunity to show the appreciation to them, man, to that side. Because I know eventually they end up splitting off and doing their own thing. When you and Miss Coco Bean stayed with the crew or whatever.
Man, to touch on what you saying about on all of it, but when I got the permission to start, when you started showing me that there was people running their mouth, like, yo, go get them, got them. I ain't played let's talk shit in the yard, none of that. Hit them. And niggas was getting mad because I was like, let's try to figure out how am I finding them? They don't even know all that. Then the whole thing sparked up for me with the whole Twitter banging shit. And I brought it up to your attention. I think it's freaking meta as shit that in the game, you got quote unquote families and ballers banging on a bleeder page or for a fucking baseball team. You feel me? Like, why are you in their comments gang banging? Like, why are you ragging over there? Like, and then it became us. Like, we was really trying to defend our names and throw niggas like, yo, come and see me in the street. Like, and all they wanted to do is rag out on Social Club. And it's for me, my biggest start was Trap Money and Nathan Jones. Dug it in the ground from me. Like,
yeah, and see, they were sweat. Yeah, and the crazy thing with them, they were both on Xbox. I mean, on PlayStation. But before them, like, what crews were you guys running into on Xbox as Davis Family Gangstas? Was y'all beefing with Kilo Trey Ballers, the KTB1?
Yeah, KTB1. We was beefing with Cab and a little small wannabe outlaw baller gang, but they ended up going to front yard.
Yeah, I remember Outlaw Baller Gang. They had a cool little name and a little emblem and stuff. I remember you guys were. I remember that one for sure. I wasn't sure about KTB1, but I think they were like one of the most. Yeah, they were like one of the most known Xbox baller sets.
Shoot, KTB1 came at us 24/7. They was one of the first baller crews to be saying that they was on all platforms and they would get you anywhere, and that excited me. So I seen how I was like literally, and this shout out to Renzo. I would study how Renzo would do her shots in the street and how she run on niggas, and I started imitating. Like, all right, so I can come at this stuff like it's paid in full. I ain't gotta keep coming at them all open, horns blaring. Like, no, I ain't gotta do that. And when we started smacking them so hard to the point where we would state it, in the game, like, bro, like when you get a good KD, like let's go 4/1. You feel me? Or 7/1 if you really got that big of a problem, or 11/1. You feel me? Get 5 over before you try to ghost out and quit. No, we started finding out that, but this is before the laser guns and everything. They would come at us with stickies first, just to get a couple kills up, and then start running with the bullets. And I could tolerate that. Until KG started coming at it all right, well, if I can't get it up within, you know, a 3-2, I'm gonna just hit him with a quick grenade launcher, quick shotgun in real quick. No one's gonna notice. And I'm like, yo, you're not gonna play it with no pride, bro. So see me in a regular TDM. They didn't want to do no TDMs, no singles. And it's like once you started uploading the battle map Johns, where it was a good match for, like, you know, 2-on-2s, 4-on-4s, 1-on-1s, then they started feeling like, yeah, okay, I got a little bit, because we all playing on the same open playing field, no cops and anything. And we started to see they ain't got no real aim to them. Then we was like, all right, well, stay off of assisted. No more auto aim lobbies. Come straight to free aim only. Like, we not gonna keep mixing words and all that. You feel me? Then they would lobby jump. Once you get it up on them in free roam, or you get it up on them in the TDM, they lobby jump. Then you lobby jumping, and you will peep like, okay, I'm keeping up with them when I'm jumping lobbies, humping them. But then it'll be 3 minutes where it's down. All right, well, why is it down? Oh, all right, well, because they changed, they went to settings real quick and flipped it over to free aim assisted. And then they make you chase them so they can get a good quick up on you, and then act like they. And I would notice it too. I'm like, yo, why am I aim sticking? Like, nah, bro, I'm not doing this. I'll let them get the kill. We got a problem where, and this is just coming from 360. Before I went to 4, you didn't tell me because you can't get your up that you wanted, that you all that way, and you was talking, you gonna go ghost and then call homies, and your homies throwing stickies and rockets, like. And maybe I am a complainer, but I don't want to be out here saying that we stand on something and we good with what we do, but you out here quick to cheat and quick to up it because you can't get your way. Like, it started bringing a bad taste in my mouth, and I started seeing, like, even with us, like, the community started getting kind of negative, and the switch to 4 was crazy, bro.
Yeah. So, what year did you switch to PS4 from Xbox?
Switched over from 360 to 4 sometime around 2000 and was it 15? I say, yeah, 16. It's either 15 or 16. I flipped over because I had finally bought a 4, but right when I finally got the 4, I was already moving to Florida, and I didn't think I was gonna be able to keep up with you guys. And right when I got down there, I was like, oh, my sister, like, I mean, you just get to work. I mean, you got a good situation going for you, got jobs and everything. So I was like, I bet. Like, it felt like a good joint. It was perfect timing too, because I, you know what I mean, perfect view. I get to play with you guys. Finally get to see what all the hullabaloo was about Miss Army Lady over there.
Yeah, so all right. So boom, it's 2016. You done did your thing on Xbox transition. Like, probably what would you say was your biggest I guess handicap? Because I would assume it's a little tricky when you get, was the controls and all of that cool, or was you able to jump straight in? And I'm pretty sure as soon as you came to PS4, you had like some enemies to get at, right?
Bro, as soon as I switched over, bro, it was a smooth transition. I just, like, because of the controllers on the Xbox, the analog sticks are a little bit more sensitive than the PlayStation for some weird reason. It's just maybe just my preference. But all you, shout out to all you Assassin, and Eclipse. As soon as I got on the 4, they threw me in private TDMs, trained me up to get my hit ratio popping. They taught me how to keep my headshots at a level point, stop rolling so much. They put me in, and bro, I started going right after trap money, and it became like a whole thing, bro. Like, it was fun. He's my favorite op, bro.
Oh, for real?
He's my favorite op, bro. It was him and them wannabe Azteca boys. I can't remember their names. Saved my life, bro. Because one of them pulled up on me in Florida. I remember we was talking shit in one of the lobbies.
Was it Curbs? Was it because you was there? You was there when we started beefing with Curbside, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Was it Curbside?
No.
Or was it the Serenos?
I'm not sure about them either, bro. Like, it's crazy too, because Bull really wasn't around with the crew shit for them. Like, seriously, he came in like real late, and he started really coming out there. It was like right around the time they had the first Christmas on there, and I had said some smart stuff out my mouth to him, and he pulled up right to my address. He figured out how to do the DNS joint, figured out where I was at, pulled up with a whole big ass like real RPD joint, and he's like, "Come on, bro, get in the car. We about to go to a range and shoot this joint." Like, yo, I was like, yo, I love this Grand Theft Auto life, bro. Like, I met even in the game with ops, I met good friends with, you know, just people to play with, at conversations with, hear a different opinion with, or just through playing with the families, bro. Like, my only neggy was when we started, you know, really going green on green and looking at the other side. Like,
all right, so yeah, speak on that. How you feel about that green on green then?
Bro, I was an outsider looking in. It was my first upset, and I told you this when I was on 360. I didn't like the idea. They could exist, they could do what they want to do. They started that whole Gary's Mod and fucking RP server shit for like, you know, the Grove Street Family shit. But when I seen that Grove Street Family's joint intermingling up with like how Eclipse was doing shit, and they were starting to like the leader ball from the Grove Street Families ball, he was all up in our chats all the time, but he was never out there. Not on my side with DFG. Not when we had DFAM. So it's just like, I'm trying to understand where did that situation pop in. Then it was started to deal with I started seeing the shit going down, clips and with props, and it started to me personally with the Nathan Jones bullshit. So him running around being a rat, being a Woody in real life, and then trying to put his hands up.
Call him a Woody.
Real rat, bro. He was really on chat, going around. He whispering in some people's ears, then whispering in other people's ears, then jump in the chat, then run his mouth. And then we had freaking Trap Money instigating stuff from the inside out. And at the end, like when it started, we was all trying to keep we was the only one on DFG on the green saying like, yo, none of this is necessary. I know y'all having fun. I mean, it feel cool to do your little set shit, but cut it out. And like, no, we ain't listening to you old niggas. I felt proud for them to call us the old niggas. But it's just like, bro, then they started taking on that Chicago drill scene mentality, and the ballers started beefing with each other. I'm like, bro, no, this ain't going right. Like, then the biker situation started popping, and all niggas wanted to do was make a little money with the biker situation. Then you seen easily on Clip side, it wasn't Clips. I'm not gonna sit here and just say it's Clips, but motherfuckers from his side of the tracks was like, yeah, fuck anybody that do biker shits. They know real bikers that bang and did it. I'm like, bro, shut up, bro. I live in Philly. I got the Wheels of Soul on the same street with the same regular block away with fucking Philadelphia style. You're not gonna sit here and tell me there ain't no Bloods in the biker gangs. Like, come on, bro. Like, let them have their fun. And I started seeing other weird stuff, bro.
I feel like back then, man, the problem was during that time frame you speaking on was people feeling like they had a say in other people's crews. See, me personally, I never tried to do that. I let people do their thing. I had my beliefs, you know, as a leader. That's why you never see me. Nobody ever saw Laylo with no rebreather on, no face paint, no clown mask, no army boots, no nothing. You never see me in there. You never see me in no insurgent driving around. You never see me in nothing because I was like, I gotta set the example of what I want my crew members to be and look like. And most of my members dressed normal and dressed the way I did. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, there was a few exceptions that were throwing some face paint or whatever, but at the end of the day, too, as a leader, I was like, all right, I gotta accept that and be like, you know, how strict do I want to be on that? You know what I'm saying? But I was like, if everybody would have just maintained their own crew and stopped trying to dictate and politic other crews, stuff would have went a lot smoother back then. But we were the old, like you said, we were the older niggas, man. So people didn't understand. I don't know. The people didn't see stuff certain ways, I guess. And like I said in another video, like, everybody's not cut out to be a leader like that either. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how to make smart plays. Because when we had that fam beef, I think that was right before you came, when we was beefing with Kareem and CGF and some other fams. We had that beef, and then it came to a point where it was like, why are we still beefing? You know what I'm saying? The incidents that happened, in the lobbies and the shootouts, we've been there, done that. We didn't, fought it out on numerous occasions. And then I think the balls were starting to grow at that point because this beef I'm talking about, there was no ballers around. So it's like, all right, fams killing each other. Now we see the ballers start to pop up. All right, let's get our act together, and then we can focus on the actual real rivals. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, it's crazy. That green on green.
Bro, what set me off the most was, and what made me proud, bro. And I don't know, I haven't been I gotta go back and check some of the podcasts, but it's just like, bro, I don't know if we spoke with it, but remember them undie days, bro? Remember them undie days, man? Motherfuckers was really upset about that, but you really proved a point that you got a lot of, what's the big word, subterfuge. You got a lot of people trying to play secret agent in other people's crews, and they ain't got no leg to stand on with trying to influence anybody. And then when I was coming about, like, yo, cut that shit up, bro. The green on green ain't gotta be here, bro. It's like, man, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about, bro. You new. I'm like, I'm new on the floor, bro. I'm new over here. You just hearing me talk to y'all now because you see me now. Like, you've been just probably passing over my name. And then to go hang out with some of them.
You was probably, what, 3 years in? Because you, about 3 years in GTA at that point.
Bro, we've been on this joint since, and I had to go back and check the crews. I've been with y'all since 2015, 2014, and the crew been around since the start. So, and I mean, I can only speak for myself. I only seen, and if I got put heads up on it, I only seen you, Clips, and Props, and the niggas from the actual Grove Street Families joint bombing everywhere. I didn't see not a drop of purple. When I switched, and it was here and there. They was trying to make their little claim to fame on Xbox. Then we deaded all that. We was ruling. I switched over to the 4. We started having this whole issue and shit. Niggas was trying to drag me into it with y'all shit with Kareem. And Kareem told me, he was like, yo, this ain't got shit to do with you. Stay out of it, Kai. I'm a guy, cool. Whatever. You feel me? Then as y'all blew shit over, and then you started seeing the iffy shit going on with your side, and I'm like, all right, well, I can't say nothing about it. All I can do is just take the tags that come across my table and knock who need to be knocked. But then it got to a point where, what update was it? I think right around the lowrider joint. That's when shit started getting real